once I go here and here, I can finish this just because it's constant pressure. You know, think about the difference between like being choked with a rope and choked with a guitar string, right? Guitar string gets a lot tighter, a lot quicker. So instead of doing this and pulling in, I'm gonna look to grab this. I'm not releasing my grip at all. So don't like give them slack as you go. I'm getting this, getting a nice tight grip on both sides, and I'm just putting my elbows into his chest and flattening out to where I look at my palm. See, like just that little rotation is enough thing to tap for you a little bit slack. So right here, once I rotate, I've got the sharp bones in his throat. You can see that there. Instead of having this big blade, I got that sharp bone in his throat. So from right there is when I put my head to the mat, and I pull my elbows down and in. That way, it isn't this 3-foot plank, it's this little notch on the side of my wrist. The thin, like the blade part of the wrist is in his throat. Okay, so work on that. On the next one, I'm going here. So instead of going pinky down, go thumb down, like you're trying to look at your palms, and then from there, pull everything in tight. Okay? So we're not going to work on that individually, just work on that during this next drill. So drop down. So the next thing we're going to cover is, like I talked about, I really like these chokes. Once I get set up, I'm not too concerned with him sweeping, because once he goes into my full guard, that's an excellent place to finish this choke. All right. So what we always talk about, especially when we went to mountain skate, is I want to take the post away from him. Right? I mean, he can't sweep me if I'm right here. If I've got a post on each side, it's going to be very hard for him to sweep me. Once I put my hands in here, I'm taking my post away from myself. All he has to do is grab my forearm, lock that down, and then sweep me right over. Right? But I've already got this. I'm already deep in his lapel. So we're going to go back. So once I go here, I said I want to stay close to the mat. That way he can't sweep me. I don't want to just accept the sweep. But if he ends up locking it up, as soon as we start to go over to it, I just want to make sure that I close my guard. As I close my guard, since I've got this grip, I'm going to punch him up a little bit. That gives me all on my knee to sneak this hand underneath. So you see, I use this that I was punching the mat with. He swept me. I pulled him into my close guard. I'm actually here when we start passing. As soon as we start rolling, I close my guard. We were here. I'm going to punch him up and away. Put my fist kind of in his collarbone, if you can see that. Then from there, that gives me all the room I need to go back through and get this side. From here, exact same technique. Biting my grip down, turning my palms towards me, a little bit slack. Biting my grip down, turning my palm towards me, and then whenever I pull him down, I'm going to pull his neck to me, and then I'm going to drive my hips away from me. I want to straighten his spine out to open his chin up as much as possible. I'm already underneath his chin, so if I do this and he starts driving into me, try to take the pressure off his throat, I'm just going to peel him back, punch his hips away from my hips. That way I can get a better pull here. Okay? So let's go back one more time. So we're in here, we're grip fighting, we're doing whatever. I'm able to open this arm up. As soon as I open this arm up, I dig my grip into here. He's smart to that, so he caps that off. As soon as he rolls, punch up, this arm comes underneath. As soon as that arm comes underneath, I'm pulling him in, driving his hips away from me, finishing that choke from right here. All right, anybody see it again? Just remember, keep that grip as you roll. Lock up your guard immediately. Don't let him roll and then pass your guard, because that grip's going to become useless. It don't matter if I'm pushing against him out here, I'm just going to get arm guard. So I have to contain him in my closed guard. This arm's here, this arm's coming underneath. As soon as I get that grip, pulling my ribs to my chest, straightening his hips out, stretching his spine out as I finish the choke. All right, any questions? Nope. All right, let's try it. 1, 2.